Hello, hello, hello. I am Mama Castro with Earthside Harmony. This video is your voice, your choice. So, we're going to think about when and how to use your voice. I have 5 tips today for your voice, your choice. Tip number 1 is that you must do your research. If you want to use and have a voice, you first must research what you are talking about. No, but we do want to make informed decisions and we want to have informed opinions. So it is very important that you research a topic. If a doctor or your midwife or anybody says anything concerning your birth or postpartum, anything, you need to get in the habit of doing the research yourself. If they want to give you medication, you need to research the side effects or just alternatives. It is very important that you do and conduct your own research. Number 2, one of my favorite questions to tell my moms to ask is, if I don't do this right now, what will happen? So a lot of times we may have to make decisions. Sometimes it's in the heat of the moment. Sometimes we just need a minute to think, or we need to actually know our options. Sometimes doctors they come in up here with the options and they don't tell you you have this option and this option and this option and this option. So it's just very important that we make, once again, informed decisions. So if I don't do this right now, what will happen? So sometimes the doctors, they say there are no other options. We have to do this right now. And that's something that you need to know. Or sometimes they might say, well, we could wait a couple hours and then revisit it and then make a decision then. Or they might say, well, you don't have to take this, but you could do this or that. So it's just important that you know all of your options when you are making your decisions. Your voice, your choice. Number 3 tip. Your third tip is having a birth worker, such as myself. One of our biggest things is we are your advocate. So we've spent time with you. We know your vision for your birth. We know the things that you desire. So it's just good having an advocate for you there. So we never speak for you, but sometimes we might have to say, well, can she get a couple seconds to think about it? And then you and I kind of discuss the pros and cons, and I help you walk through kind of the decision making process so that you are confident in the things that you decide in that moment. Number 4, your voice, your choice. Number 4, picking a doctor. So it is very important after you've done your research and you kind of know the vision that you have for your birth, that you pick a doctor that is in alignment with that. And some things that moms do not know or maybe don't consider is that if you are not clicking with your who you've chosen as a doctor, you don't have to stay with them. You can switch and you can call around and see what your other options are. So, especially early on, if you feel like you are not vibing with the office or vibing with an OB or a midwife, then find another one. You do have options. And then my last tip, tip number 5, is your birth vision. Your birth vision or your birth plan is your voice when you can't speak. So sometimes there might be situations where mom might have to be put under, or things just have decisions might have to just be made very quickly. So it's so important that you have your birth vision clearly written out, and you kind of thought about the different plans and different ways that your birth could go, so that you already have it written out, and you it just kind of takes away some of that pressure in the moment, and it helps to create that safe, calm, peaceful environment that we know that is needed. So just to recap our 5 tips: do your research. Number 2, ask, if I don't do this right now, what will happen? Number 3, get you a birth worker, get you an advocate. Even if it's not a worker, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of nonprofits, just a lot of people out there with information. Number 4, pick your doctor that you mesh with, that really clicks with your vision for your birth. And then number 5, create a complete and detailed birth visions with different options and different kind of scenarios and what you would want in those different situations. I am Mama Castro. I hope this helps you understand how you can use your voice in this process. Have a great day. I hope I hear from you soon. Goodbye.